Which among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, 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 away. She's been looking around, she's the talk of the town since she came here on All Hallows Eve. She'll corrupt all the women and ruin all the men before finally taking a lead. Oh, deny all you want, but I know what she's done, and I know that she's up to no good. Then by calling us heathens, you're denying the demons that live in your own neighborhood. Away, just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good, unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and it is witching hours, so you better off elsewhere tonight. Oh, grab your pitchforks and start your fire. Go grab your loved ones and run for your lives. There's a witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, away, away. Just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good, unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and it is witching hours, so you better off elsewhere tonight. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Off the Grill podcast. It is so lovely to see each and every one of you. I'm glad you've decided to take this time to be with me this evening. Really, it's 10 p.m. It's just night. Ain't no evening about it, bruh. Good evening to Gypsy, old Gypsy Warrior, Big T in the house. Jennifer, what's going on? What's going on, man? Hope you're all well. I am fine. Fine's probably a good word. You know, Gutter Garbs does make things better. This brand new little Dream Masters drop. Another one of these big fucking just face drawings of Freddy this time. There's also an ongoing series with Jason Voorhees that they're doing, just haphazardly as they feel like putting them out, I guess. I've got Friday Part 2 coming this week, I think. So that one's a pretty good look. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you, Big T. Jennifer's getting ready for work. I'm sorry to hear that for you. What's up, Brian Trash? Back in the house. Promised him I'd have him fucking out of the YouTube jail that he accidentally got thrown into on the Patreon. I panicked when it happened because it shouldn't have happened. I didn't mean to do it. Like it wasn't even oh, I'm gonna put him in time. Absolutely, just fucking clicking on the screen and went, oh no, and then tried and failed to undo that damage. Before the episode finished up, and then forgot over the course of the week, and then I tried. After last week's episode, I fucking went through and finally figured it out. Completely by accident, also, that one. So, because, when you type all that shit in, how to blah, 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 it gives you 14 different answers that aren't what you need or are, ideas or things to do that are just totally fucking outdated. It'll be advice from 2018, but, why are you bringing it up? Stop, Google. You're doing it wrong. If you make me fucking switch to an entirely different search browser, I'm going to be furious. What's up, Jamie? Jamie in the chat. Gypsy said he finally watched The Whale. It was a tough viewing, but a beautiful movie. He cried at the end. Brother, I cried through that whole fucking probably from about half hour, 45 minutes in. It was just on and off, just waterworks. So don't feel bad for sure. It's a movie that caught a lot of people, a lot of fucking fat Americans for sure. Oof. Oof. But speaking of that, got a couple Blu-rays in. I'm excited to show them off. First and I guess foremost, because it's one that I definitely prefer out of the two here that I've got, is in fact The Whale with Brendan Fraser. Very excited to see that came with a digital code, and that's not going on a Patreon. That's just for me. I like the fucking digital codes. I also like to have the physical copy because I hate when shit just gets erased. But I don't know. I'm also lazy, so oftentimes it's much nicer to fucking, go ahead and just hop on Vudu and put a movie on. There's been times, especially when I was just fucking doing drugs, heavy bike, as they say in Are You Garbage Land? I just fucking too lazy to get up. I was just so fucking exhausted. My body was it had nothing left. So I was I paid for so many movies that I owned on DVD just to rent them from YouTube or Amazon. So it is nice to then now take these codes and just there's so many fucking codes, dude, that I just threw away. I wouldn't redeem them. I didn't sell them. I didn't give them to people. My digital catalog would be fucking super impressive at this point, I think. Had I redeemed those. Some of that shit I know went away, Walmart's, was it the ultraviolet thing that Walmart ran that went away or whatever the fuck it was? I don't know what their thing was, but whatever. The other movie I got, all-time classic, is just The Whale. It might be a recency bias thing, but The Whale I feel is gonna fucking sit as one of my favorite movies. When shit's all set, when I die next year, that'll be on the list. But anyway, the other movie, another big one, new release too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm positive. But we got the 4K Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the Dark Sky Films, which I don't fucking know anything about. I don't know. I think there's another one that also came out. Scream Factory. Was it a Steelbook? Maybe, I don't fucking know. That's the thing, man. I'm such like a cursory collector. Yeah, that's probably fine. That's probably the right one. But Zombie, I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello to you. Gypsy says, gorgeous cover of TCM. It's nice. I've come to enjoy it. It's a simple poster, but it's effective. Like it fits the movie for sure. Zombie says, why you dying, Steak? I mean, I just always assume I'm on my way out. I feel like I've had. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other night. Like, can you have like a small heart attack and just like carry on with your business? I haven't looked it up even. I was just curious about that, I guess. Just like is it possible that I had a heart attack, or maybe a couple? Because there's a couple ones that I would like, couple incidents I can't remember, totally. Because it was days. Days just bled into this, that, or the other. But there were a couple occasions where it was touch and go, and I was like, fuck it, man. I guess it's over. I better just make sure it's not, just make sure it's not going to be super embarrassing when someone finds me. Chipsy says, no, we can't lose you, Sauce. I mean, you're probably not going to, but I don't know. I don't know if it's me holding out hope or just, assuming the worst at all times. I really couldn't tell you which one it was. And Chipsy says, are you sure it wasn't a panic attack? That's for sure a possibility, man. But so yeah, it's definitely a possibility, and there was for sure some panic in the midst of everything else going on. So I don't know for sure, but I just been thinking about shit like that. Like, when I just had a heart attack, or like, and to that point, just kind of going along with why am I dying or whatever. It's like, what if I've just already died? Like, it just hasn't taken yet, or just some weird, like, I'm thinking like weird Twilight Zone-y type shit. Like it's a thought that quickly went off into just the absurd, or fucking fantastical. But and Jamie says, Scott had a heart attack at 38, and we didn't know for sure for months. Don't take it lightly. At this point, this would have been the biggest one that I can think of and remember is August of 2019. I was at a extended stay hotel. They had a little fucking the electric stove and all that shit. No oven, I don't think, right? Those things. It's just the cooktop. But anyway, what was I thinking? Or what was I saying? Yeah, what was it? So it would have been that time. It was when fucking, shout out to Charlie. He put me up in a hotel for a night. I stayed 5. He did end up paying for them all because fuck him. It's a strange dichotomy because like, he was a cool dude. He helped me out a bunch, like fucking. He was another guy that did help, but he also did weird shit because like, oh fuck. We'll get to that story in a minute. Let me just kind of finish all this shit up and just kind of. It looks like everyone's getting a little nervous or half nervous. I don't fucking know. Ben says you're now in limbo. Zombie says you can have multiple heart attacks and still continue what you're doing that day. Gypsy says it's a scary thing, Jamie. Always good to have checkups. I'm now in limbo. Jamie says panic attacks are a symptom of heart issues. I urge you to see a doctor. Gypsy says, what's the difference between a heart attack and cardiac arrest? I don't know that there's a whole bunch of difference there. Let's look it up. Not. Oh my God. There we go. So a heart attack is when one of the coronary arteries become blocked. The heart muscle is robbed of its vital blood supply, and if left untreated, will begin to die because it's not getting enough oxygen. A cardiac arrest is when a person's heart stops pumping blood around their body and they stop breathing normally. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sudden cardiac arrest is not a heart attack. Heart attack victim is responsive. They're breathing. Their heart's beating. They don't need CPR or AED. A sudden cardiac arrest victim is unresponsive, not breathing normally, heart stopped, needs CPR or AED. Sudden cardiac arrest, 3 signs: sudden collapse, no pulse, no breathing, loss of consciousness. 4. Okay, so the question on Google is what are the 3, and then it just lists symptoms. So that's the answer, I guess. Basically, is like a heart attack. You can kind of fucking not push through because like it's not like, oh, I gotta finish this fucking marathon. Oh, that was rough. Let's go. All right, we got it. Whereas like cardiac arrest, you just kind of fall over, which doesn't sound great. Like I don't want to have to do that. Like fucking fall over dead. Grab my chest and just fucking take a back bump into a nearby table. Doesn't sound very dignified, but hey, what do I know about dignity? Anyway, where was I? So where was I with all of this? I don't know. But Gypsy says, I'm sure as long as you have a defibrillation machine, cardiac arrest can be fixed. Yeah, it doesn't mean you die, but it's, I think, much more critical in that fucking moment than the heart attack. None are good. But I do just want to say, like, maybe it was a panic attack, but like the big one and the last one, like one was a panic attack since I've been back in New York, but that was just too much fucking THC all at once. It hit me. It was just an edible. It was a fucking fat slice of bread. It was that green crack stuff, which is like one of the only remaining full indica. No, that's indica. So couch is the stupid. What the fuck do they call those little phrases? I don't fucking know what they're called. I'm stupid. Leave me alone. But Billy Bean, good to see ya. Sorry you've got pneumonia. So is it fluid? Like, is it just... What kind of bodily fluid is in your lungs is what I'm asking. Because I hope I'm not responsible for this. I'll leave the details of that out. But Gypsy says, whatever you do, don't use Google to diagnose yourself. It'll only make you feel worse. Yeah. I gotta have something on the screen that like fuck it gives me like the last word that I said on a fucking topic before I check the chat again, because I wiped my mind blank just now. Oh yeah, but what all like the fucking heart attack shit? Like that was the oh, it's yellow and green. No, it's probably maybe the yellow is. I don't know, but probably not what I was thinking. So I guess I'm in the clear. But like, yeah, the last one in New York was literally just it was just a panic attack from too much browning. I was fine. But yeah, all like the Coke ones were. So there was that one in 2019. There were 1 or 2 with the Guatemala. No, they weren't Guatemala. What were they? Nicaragua? No. 2 names. Central American country. That's 2 names. I can't think of it. But that's where they're from. There's like 2 there. 1 or 2 in the van. The Dodge Journey. So 5 total. All of them. 6 total. 5 of them pre-New York. And really the one that was in New York, I don't really have any worry about. But that was also 2021. Yeah, the fall of 2021. That's right. So we're good. It's been over a year even with that one. Um, so Sassy ain't fucking doing any more doctor's pills, baby. Um, I don't fucking really have much to talk about tonight. I'm a piece of shit. I guess piggyback off of last week and just say that I'm fucking much more annoyed about this Aaron Rodgers thing than I was last week at this time. Basically, because like the show, I think Wednesday of last week, he went on the Pat McAfee show for an hour and just talked about that weird fucking darkness retreat he went on, and it's not as okay. So I assumed it was like some weird Joe Rogan chamber thing, like a retreat means you just disappeared. You know, like you shut yourself down for 4 days or whatever the fuck it was. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I didn't look into it. I heard the words and just decided, oh yeah, like a deprivation chamber thing. Not what it was. Basically, just hanging out in the wilderness with minimal fucking contact with the outside world. Like they would bring him his food at 6 p.m. Otherwise, he didn't really ever know what time it was. Just weird shit like that, which was actually kind of interesting. I hate to say it, but um, but then he kind of fucking talks about the way all the shit the Packers were telling him before he went to his retreat, and then all the shit that came out, even with like Mark Murphy, who's like their president, because like the Packers are a publicly owned team, like they're owned by the citizens, at least mostly. Like you can, as a citizen of Green Bay and potentially the surrounding area, but yeah, Mark Murphy's the president. He just said some shit that I don't remember offhand. It's like, oh, it was like, well, yeah, we'd welcome Aaron back if what we want to happen doesn't, of course, we'd welcome him back if we had to. If we were made to welcome Aaron back, we would take him, I guess. Um, which is shitty. So like, it's all the shit that he didn't, it's that he talks about not wanting to deal with, like fucking the lack of transparency and all that stuff. And it was confirmed by Trey Wingo, who again, whatever, that the trade package had essentially been worked out before Rodgers had come out of the retreat, but he had also told the Packers, I think, that he was fucking like, if he's gonna play, it's gonna be for the Jets, and he also might retire. And I guess he went into the fucking retreat 90% retired, like sure that he was gonna retire. And he said during different points he had settled on retiring. Like he spent an entire day with that in his head and kind of just playing with that. Well, I'm retired. Yeah, no problem. Good. Feels good. I'm ready. And then the next day it's like, I'm going to play for the fucking Jets. That's going to be good. We're going to do this. Maybe we'll get some of my guys, whatever the fuck. I fucking freaked out over that weekend, though. Like this past couple of days. And I was just fucking real pissed off at all the shit that came out. And I guess I do have to learn that when Rodgers says, like, if it didn't come from him or like AJ Hawk and then maybe one or two other guys, it's maybe not untrue, but it didn't come from him. So fucking anything that's directly related to him, don't trust it. But it came out that like he had a list of demands for players that he wanted and things like that, or he wasn't coming. And apparently, like according to him, because that was brought up and like McAfee asked him about that, and he's like, "That's not true." And they asked me about players I played with. I told them that I fucking love playing with them. They're great players, and they'd be assets to the locker room. I just hope all this shit's true. Like it's just he speaks very matter of factly. He doesn't really beat around the bush too much. He does keep his privacy. Like he's not just going, yeah, well, fucking this, that, and the other. But I don't know. He's definitely still like the ego and the arrogance is still there. Like it is just that thing. Like, well, that's my arrogant egotist, so I guess it's okay. It's for sure that what I'm feeling now, but we'll see. Listen, I will buy a green, a white, and a black fucking from the NFL. Like not some Chinese bullshit, $10 knockoff. I'll drop the fucking 350, whatever it's gonna cost me. 400, fuck. Whatever it's gonna cost my fat ass to get fucking 3 Aaron Rodgers New York Jets jerseys. If he wins the Super Bowl with them. So I think with that caveat, I've saved myself from having to do so. But and listen, baby, if the Jets win the Super Bowl, I'll have no fucking problem ponying up that money. So as far as all that goes, that's where fucking the holdup's been for me this last week. And then with that, more Jets news in there. They signed Alan Lazard to a 4-year contract, I believe, for about 44 total. I don't know I don't remember how much is guaranteed, but I like him regardless. He's 6'5". He's great in the red zone. He's a fantastic run blocker, which with Brees Hall, with Donovan Knight, Michael Carter, with that fucking backfield, I want all the fucking road grading wide receivers we can find. Let's just fucking take it old school. Let's knock motherfuckers out. Put these light linebackers out to stop the pass. Well, you ain't passing, baby. Alan Lazard's going to knock your dick in the fucking ground. Corey Davis is going to fucking come take a piece out of you. The tight ends are coming for you. Garrett Wilson ain't going to do a whole lot, I don't think. Maybe he's better than I assume he is, but he looks like if I blew on him, he'd fall over. Fantastic fucking player. He's hard to bring down. It's hard to get a hold of to bring down. Elijah Moore's tiny. He's probably not going to do a whole bunch, but it'll be funny, though, if our wide receivers end up being better blockers than the offensive line. And by funny, I mean suicidally tragic. Suicidally. I just wish I could not be retarded. I think my girlfriend might get murdered by her child. Not on purpose. Just out of foolishness. These children think movies are real. Billy says I feel retarded how he got pneumonia. Hopefully we'll get there. Gypsy says, I remember I went to Colombia and I woke up one day and Lot couldn't move. He couldn't move. I don't know. Had to crawl to the shower and just covered myself in cold water. Thermometer broke when Jesus Christ, brother. Gypsy says, to this day, I have no idea what it was. Zombie says he had 109.6 fever. Gypsy did. And he says he thinks it was even higher than that. Jamie is currently eating steak with sauce. Oh my God. You devil. Gypsy asks if I think, now that he's coming to the Jets, if I could grow to love Rodgers. Love is probably too strong a word. Hate is probably going to be the most accurate forever. Just the way I hate this stupid fucking camera as it keeps going out of focus on me. But we'll get through it. I wonder if that's the camera. Maybe it just was like some internal setting, like not a StreamYard thing. Who fucking knows? Maybe I just gotta get it. I'm gonna sell my car and buy a camera with the money. Just a fucking $100 camera. I'm sure that fucking thing ain't worth dick. Blow it up. Gypsy says if he's inclined, he could get into coaching. Yeah, he's very smart on the field for sure. I almost feel like he's too. He's too much of a douchebag, frankly, to be a coach, I think. No one's going to want to play for him. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't fucking know, but I just... But I have been seeing some of the stuff like these Jets Twitter guys, like they have the Jets X Factor website. They run a bunch of the guys that run it. They'll write reports and shit for it. They've got a lot of different fucking video clips of just shit that Rodgers does that I haven't seen a quarterback do for the Jets potentially as long as I've been watching them. Fitzpatrick is the only one that even sticks out that might be a guy that could do it, but just the way like that he looks off and and leads the receiver and makes plays happen that shouldn't just because he knows how to fucking manipulate the defense. And I'm looking around the fucking room like I'm doing anything. I hate myself. I don't need to be alive. Urgh. Holy shit. But Zombie says, I was in ice when I had 107.2 fever, and it kept getting worse. 109.6 system shut down, and I came out of it randomly. Don't believe people that say brain damage after a few minutes of high fever. Well, I hope she does get murdered by her child. How mean. She's worried that he's going to dump wasps on her head because they watched Hunger Games. I don't know what that is. Oh, he meant literally, not lot. Okay. Simon says, no idea what happened. It's not as bad as when I drop in temperature. I got tested when I came home. The doctor said he found something in my blood, but didn't know what it was. That's fucking weird. Said it might have been something from the depths of the Amazon. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you got through all that shit, Gypsy. That's crazy. Billy says, Rodgers isn't too bad, and I hate the Packers. Living here, it makes you see how retarded football fans can actually... Yeah. I feel like Wisconsin and Illinois probably have like some of the worst football fans on the planet. Just IQ-wise. Zombie says, I've been dead medically a few times, yet still walking around, eating and playing games. Well, that's why you call yourself Zombie. Gypsy says, I can see Brady becoming a great coach. No. He gets it as a player, but especially him, he's too fucking... He demands perfection. You have to be a good coach before you could demand perfection. It's like if the success didn't come there right away, it'd be over. Yeah, right. Zombie says, where would her kid find wasps? Well, nowhere that I know of right now, being that it is March up here in New York, but I feel like the kid would find wasps even now somehow. So, Gypsy says, when I was asleep with the fever, I can remember these acid trip dreams where I was in space and my dead relatives were talking to me. It was super weird. Yeah, brother, I think you died. My man's a zombie. Gypsy zombie. Zombie gypsy, baby. Come on, zombie gypsy. I think I'm having a stroke right now. That's cool. Billy Bean says, I keep getting kicked off Twitter, Jamie, so don't feel bad. Yeah, I ain't seen you around them parts that much no more. Just a lot of you harassing that That stupid, what the fuck's her name? Whatever Blue, Evelyn Blue, Butt Slut Blue, whatever. Susan, what is it? Hamhock? I don't know. I don't know what to say, so I'm going to do this.
The faggot of the opera.
How about it? Oh, shit the bed. Oh, if you guys weren't around last night over on the Jay the Stingray YouTube channel, we did the Office trivia, the American version, not the UK one. We did an Office trivia show. So Jay was the host. I was on there with Piz and Christian Hanahara. And fuck else was there? Jake from Slaughterport was over there. It was a good time. Was that it? Was there more? I don't remember. That's bad, dude. That was like literally 24 hours ago, and I do not remember everyone that was on it. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't that? Let me see if I can find it.
Says anything?
Oh, shut up. Yeah, so it was Jake, Piz, me, and Christian, and with Jay hosting. I won't spoil the winner. So that way it's still worth you watching. And you should do so when this is all said and done. With that, I also say, pop on over to the Patreon. Patreon.com/OffTheGrillPodcast. Go ahead, sign up there, only $1 a month. Wow, my brain is shot. Jamie. Oh, yeah, she misunderstood me. I wasn't terribly clear either. She goes, what, are you saying I'm trolling someone on Twitter, or am I misunderstanding? Because I'm not doing that. Never done anything like that. No. Billy was trolling people on Twitter, and I just assume that's why he's not over there anymore. Not you, Jamie. Where the fuck else am I? Where is the rest of it? Woohoo! And he said S. Unreal timing. That's perfect. Boom! Oh. Big T says, just reading up on the Bynes story. Holy, mentally unstable, Batman. LA is a population of 12,534,000. There's no way nobody had a camera phone trying to get a shot of her pickle stinker. Jesus, Big T. That might be the worst fucking nickname, euphemism, whatever the fuck you want to call it for the vagina. Please never refer to it as that in my presence. I am utterly disgusted. Billy says, Saucy misses those buck teeth scraping the top of his wiener. God damn it, you know it. Anyway. Yeah, Billy says probably, but they don't tell you why, and I had so many going, I don't know. Yeah, that's fucking, that's about right. Ben says, yeah, gross. Billy says, I like interfering in some people's day. Yeah. Yeah, I get it, man. We've all been there. I just find, like, I have no fucking patience or time left anymore to argue with people on the internet. Like, just the idea of typing out words at someone is just so fucking... I barely have the energy to speak to the people that I like. Well, that's like a big problem. I want to... What if they... Because it's always like, what if they try to ask me to do something... And that's so fucked up to think. It's like, oh, God forbid they want to be fucking around you, you know. That's a big one I struggle with. I cancel all kinds of plans just because, yeah, I'm not quite confident that this is going to be the best thing I've ever done, so I don't want to do it at all. Also, maybe I'm going to annoy you and I don't want to. No, whatever. Where was I? Maybe I'm going to make you guys watch just a little bit of this awful song. I played it to start the Patreon last week. I'm not going to sit here for almost 4 minutes, but I'll give you this while I try to fucking gather my thoughts for a second.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news.
In Europe and America, there's a growing feeling of hysteria, conditioned to respond to all threats. No rhetorical speeches of the Soviets, just the Christian cells we will bury you. I don't subscribe to this point of view. It'd be such an ignorant thing to do. It's the Russians' love.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do any more of that to you. I'm just going to have to do this. Where'd that come from? All right. Anyway, where are we going? So yeah, that fucking Big T brought up that Amanda Bynes shit. I saw that today and like I don't know. I didn't really want to fucking title the episode what I did. I couldn't think of it. There's nothing else going on that anything funny fucking popped out in my head. Like this one is just fucking really just tragic, man. So apparently Amanda Bynes has been placed on a psychiatric hold after she was found roaming the streets naked and alone, TMZ has learned. An eyewitness tells us Bynes was seen walking near downtown LA early Sunday morning without any clothes. We're told Bynes waved a car down, telling the driver she was coming down from a psychotic episode. Amanda herself then called 911. So that tells me she wasn't found. Like, she was out trying to fucking, save herself after she fucking broke, Our law enforcement sources say Bynes was taken to a nearby station where a mental health team determined she needed to be placed on a 5150 psych hold. Fortunately, our sources say it doesn't appear Bynes was hurt at all during the ordeal, though things could have been much worse given the area where she was found. Source close to Amanda tells us she's currently hospitalized and will likely continue to receive care for several days. Typically, a psychiatric hold only lasts 72 hours, but it can be extended. There's almost 1 year to the day when Amanda's 9-year conservatorship was officially terminated. Amanda's mother was her conservator starting back in 2013, and when it was clear she was having issues with her mental health, she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder after a series of bizarre incidents, including one where she set her neighbor's driveway on fire, almost engulfing her dog in flames. She was sent to a psychiatric ward for treatment. Interestingly enough, Amanda was supposed to attend 90s Con in Connecticut this weekend, an event she canceled due to illness. Since the conservatorship ended, Amanda seemed to be doing well for herself though the most recent incident is obviously very concerning. It's unclear if her parents or legal team will step in. It's like, yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude. First and foremost, that's crazy. Just the fact that she's going through this shit, the fact that they're reporting on it, clearly they've decided that, nuts like Britney. she's bad, haha. Like fucking. It's shitty, and it's real fucking sad that fat piece of shit, Dan Schneider, just gets to fucking go free and clear because she ain't the only one. It very well could be that she got the most fucked up, probably because he was her first, or fucking very close to. I've never found like a YouTube channel or even like fucking Reddit or anything where it's been laid out clearly and concisely, kind of a timeline of anything like that, or the channel has just been unlistenable, which does happen a lot. So I don't know timeline wise, but I feel like that might be the first one that he really fucking leached onto. And the rumors probably weren't really spreading, or at least not as much as they would come to spread, and so he might have been able to do a little more fucking damage to her is the point I'm trying to make. The fact that nothing had happened to a piece of shit like that, and the fact like Brian Peck too can still fucking, roam society, at their free will. Like, I don't know, man. Pedophilia and shit. I think it's pretty much been proven that's not curable. You're over that shit. Like, you're not getting over that shit. So I think as a society, we should be over you. I mean, I get it. Fucking appeals and all that shit. Go through all that. Make sure you got the right guy, but not for nothing. Pedophilia, frankly, yeah, like probably should be a fucking capital offense. Much more so than murder, frankly. Like you're stealing the innocence of a child. There's no other fucking way to frame that. And like I hate that because like this is a real downer thing to talk about, but I don't like it. Ben says he should probably use Twitter more. Seems popular among this crowd. I don't know. I use it because the comedians I like use it, and it's just nice to fucking see what they're up to. It's like a bulletin board for a podcast thing here. Check this out. Hey, I'm coming to your town. Great, thanks, cool. And kind of to keep up with pop culture or whatever the fuck at the time, because I do this show every week here with you folks. So Jamie says, feel lucky that everyone wants you around. I feel blackballed. I don't know that that's true, but you're entitled to your feelings. That seems, I don't know how else to say that, Jamie. And I guess everyone in the chat, like that, what I said sounds to me, it hits my ears, extremely condescending. Like, I definitely get that, and I hear that. It's not the tone I intend, but like you're allowed to fucking feel blackballed. I just personally don't think you are. Also, this may not be the time to fucking bring that up, too. Both ways. Gypsy, can I just say in general that you, Sauce, Jamie, and everyone in the chat have really made me so happy since I joined the community. And it really does mean a lot to be able to hang out with all of you. Dude, I can't say it enough, man. This is fucking, like, as much as I bitched about it in the past and probably will bitch about it in the future, just different shit. Just the different shit of being here. I'd hate to not have it around, like, for it to go away. I know I fucking missed most of the last year, but knowing that it was an option helped a lot. So I do appreciate you guys, all of you. Boy, let's not be gay. Shut up. We're all men here. Even you, Jamie, you're a man. Fucking man. I can't stop doing it. I don't know what's happening. Billy says, yeah, I don't be around many folks. I don't like the Mongolians around this state. Goddamn Mongolians! And Billy says, Mongoloids, not Mongolians. I think you meant Mongolians. I know your game. But yeah, Jamie, there you go. Gypsy's backing me up here. Boom. Billy says, I feel a bit dumber seeing that. I don't remember what he saw to make him feel dumber. I'm sorry. It happened 8 minutes ago. He typed that. I don't know what the fuck it's in reference to. I don't know what happened 8 minutes ago. See, there's Zombie. Billy says, shit, that sounds like Saturday night for me. I do the helicopter. So I'm going to assume that that's fucking him backing me up. I don't know. Big T. Come on, this one's not as bad, but She was just going for a walk, airing out her mossy cleft. I don't like it, but it's much less offensive sounding, I'll be honest. Like, I don't want to puke. Oh, boy. Gypsy says conservatorships are literally the worst. Amanda, Brittany, etc. It shouldn't be a thing in this day and age. I don't know, man. I'm starting to fucking think that maybe, like, Brittany needs a conservatorship. It shouldn't be her family. Like, aren't there, like, can't you basically give her, like, a social worker? Like, that fucking helps handle her finance. Like, isn't that a government thing that can happen? Like, it doesn't need to be some fucking family member or friend that'll then go, hey, it's my money now. You know, and then they're going to fucking, like, lock her away. I don't know, man. Bombastic, what's up, baby boy? Says Olaf from the sea. Big T says she was doing really good for a while. Yeah, Amanda Bynes was doing good for a while, I think. I don't know if the TMZ article said it or not, but yeah, it was like the 9 years, I guess fucking the 9 years since the conservatorship ended. She was mostly fine. This is more or less like the only fucking real freak out she's had, and hey, at least she was able to fucking like pull through. Hey, hey, I had a thing that just fucking happened. I need help. Please help me. You know, like to be able to fucking like reach out and have that fucking that wherewithal to do is great. You know, she's still there in some regard, at least. But yeah, so she said, or Big T says she was doing really good for a while, but it looks like she got back together with that ex Paul, who is bad news. I don't know anything about that, but hopefully that's not the case, or it won't be the case any longer. Gypsy says child rapists and murderers shouldn't have a right to live, in my opinion. Ben's laughing. Zombie says, I chat with you all more than people I've known for years. Yeah, man. Like, a lot of you guys. Some of you more than others, just by nature of being able to contact you off air. Some of you guys, I just don't have that information, But, yeah, like you're legitimate friends. Like if we'd met in person, we just fucking, pick up like we saw each other the day before. I'm positive of that. The helicopter was about Billy walking like Amanda was, just in the bird, in the nude. Big T says, anybody remember when the Nickelodeon logo was a foot? I do. Oh yeah. Ben says, honestly, I feel like a lot of artists just keep Bynes in check. If I was doing it, I would need to be compensated heavily. Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because like I grew up with her and fucking she went 9 years with no real fucking issues. So, like fucking something was going right. Shit happens, I guess. Like the brain is just fucking stupid too. Like it'll just missed a thing and it fucking sent the whole works off the rails. But oh, Dan Shine in the chat, baby. He says he missed the notification. I don't know if I buy that. Oh, Ben, all right. Ben's going to clarify here, I think. So he says, you ever have those friends that are just a pain in the ass, always getting in trouble, always feel like you have to babysit them instead of having a good time yourself? I don't have any friends like that, to be totally honest with you, man. I really don't. I don't fuck around. I don't have a lot of friends in New York. I have a fucking real tight-knit group of folks that I fucking deal with at any fucking really, in any real big degree. But, you know, I know people that get like that. I guess I had a roommate that was like that on occasion. 9 times out of 10, he's good, but there's just some nights where, man, it's a fucking shit show. Things went down in the wrong order. They absorbed in the wrong order. It's a whole, you know, fucking. And he said, "Whoops! Oh boy!" He's sitting in front of the door so that nobody can get out because he's worried they're going to run into the street and get run over. Fun shit like that, or he'll just like fucking, and then get mad when I just move him out of the way of the door. So then he goes walking off into the night and tells me I'm not going on tour with them, and you know, and then in the morning all that changed. Fun times. Billy says, the one phrase that should never be said in Victoria's Secret, does this come in children's size? Oh no, Billy. Please don't do that. Big teens, was she a manager for a clothing company? I don't know. Dan says he was watching Jefftown. I think we're gonna have to fucking do a special Patreon episode where we watch that fucking thing, because I've only heard about it and I've heard it's fucking incredible. Billy says that's every friend that he's ever had, hence why he has none now. So Dan says this is the new Region Free channel. Announcements coming soon. And Billy says, "Oh, I don't say it. I'm mail order." That one. Oh, Jesus Christ. That goes along with his Victoria's Secret comment. So let's go fucking through this all at once, because it does need to be put together so everyone knows what Billy Bean is up to. The one phrase, and I quote, that should never be said in Victoria's Secret is, does this come in children's size? And then he goes, "Oh, I don't say it. I just mail order it. Or I mail order." So he doesn't have to talk. I fucked it up 6 times, okay? Motherfuck. Dan says, "LOL, it's a part of our Secret Santa patron show, but I'm totally down for a commentary." Fucking A. Secret Santa patron show. Dan says, "Hit that thumbs up for steak." And Gypsy asks if I've seen a movie called The Road to Wellville. So funny, especially when you're high. I haven't seen it. Never heard of it even. From 94, though. It's the only year in comedy or in film that I will not watch. I've never seen a movie from 1994. That's not true. Who's in this fucking movie? Bunch of pedophiles by the looks of it. I couldn't think of a better thing to say. Anthony Hopkins, Matthew Broderick, Bridget Fonda, John Cusack, Dana Carvey. Oh, okay. Lara Flynn Boyle, Tracy Lind. Yeah, other than Broderick, it seems like a solid cast. I'll give that a shot. Screen cap it here. I managed to screen cap it without the only fucking spot I could screen cap it where no title would be visible. Oh, and it's on Peacock for those that are also interested. Speaking of Peacock, I don't know why. It has nothing to do with Peacock. Billy says he's kidding. Dan says Road to Wellville is on Blu-ray now. Brian Trash is back from the bar. Dan says good nudity. Ooh, yeah. Big T says you're good people, Jamie. And you are. Don't fucking forget it, huh? Gypsy says I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Yeah, but Jamie, you're dealing with depression. I'm sorry. It sucks. Fucking been there. And I'm sure I'll be there again soon. It's how it works, unfortunately. And I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Big T says 90s Con was lame this year. And Dan Shine says Anthony Hopkins was definitely on Epstein's Island. Oh, yeah. I heard he was the cook, actually. But anyway, as I was saying, speaking of Peacock, it's nothing to do with Peacock. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. over on the Patreon, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a live watch along for Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers with the lovely Linnea Quigley. That'll be a first-time watch for this fat pile of garbage. So come hang out. May have some guests, may not have some guests. We'll see. Find out tomorrow. I'll keep you in suspense. Over there at patreon.com/offthegrill podcast. I'd also like to thank all my lovely patrons: Christian Hanahara, Nick Ridza, Jay the Stingray, Dan Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, RetroCac, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Ryan Trash, Ben Grimm, and Jennifer Lynn. Hi. Gypsy says, no spoilers, but all I'll say is the cornflake scene is one of the few times I thought I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. Ooh. Billy says he doesn't think he's seen it. Well, fuck it. Let's give it a shot. Watch some Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. There will be a link. I'm guessing. In the description, most likely. If it's going to be anywhere, so you guys can hop on and we'll end up basically watching the same fucking copy. Just the best way that I think we've figured out how to do shit like this is to fucking do that. So at least when you're here live, you'll be able to watch along with us. I think it's in everyone's best interest if after a while we do get rid of those links and potentially get rid of the fucking where they're located. But I'm going to get out of here because we got a fucking after show to do. Thank you all for being here. Jamie, keep your head up. Brian Trash, Dan Shine, Zombie 7979, Gypsy Warrior, Mr. Bombastic was here. Jennifer Teller was here. Ben Grimm was here. Probably other people. I love you too. I think that's most everyone. It's the fucking... It's the close guys. It's the close guys. The fuck does that mean? Like the day one bozos. That's a podcast thing. That's a Are You Garbage thing. I don't know. Yeah, Big T. All right, we gotta run through this quick before I go. Matthew Broderick killed someone. You never hear people talk about that. Nobody fucking talks about it ever. Dan says Project would fuck you up at Monster Mania. Billy says, yeah, Matty Boy ran someone over with his car. And yeah, Gypsy says, never be ashamed to say how you're feeling. You're in good company. Yeah, it's fair. Fuck. All right. Anyway, I'm out of here. Iris loves you. Ah, shit. I didn't have it set up. Iris loves you.